We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. It's Jay Williams.
Look at you, giving my hometown some love. Respect to the Queen City. It's going to be a big-time game tonight. Let's see who's ready to play on the floor.
You're a king in those parts. You never forget where it all began. And we're ready to start this one at midcourt. The Hawks control the tap. Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to have appeared in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah Jazz. He connects with the step back.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Bledsoe with it up top. Down 2. To Adetokunbo. Baseline drive. Tough make through traffic.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
I got him. Here we go.
To Trae Young. Nothing going here on that drive. Off the assist.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Down just a couple. To Adetokunbo. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
I got him.
Here comes the screen. Trae Young. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
It's Atlanta ball to Trae Young. Short jumper won't go down.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Deep left corner to Middleton. Not that time.
Here we go.
Trae Young. Now a steal by Milwaukee. And the finish. Slam dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
I got him. Right.
The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to P&Rs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Bledsoe with it up top. He'll run the offense. To Adetokunbo.
Screen.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Swings it. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
To Trae Young. Nothing going here on that drive. Trae Young. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Fires the 3. Trae Young bothered just enough there.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Now the Hawks coach gonna call a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions, Atlanta. 1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Trae Young. To Carter.
Screen right, screen right, screen right. Uh-oh, you know you can't guard me out here.
The Hawks with 4 to shoot.
Watch the back door, back door, back door.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Vince Carter 20 years ago, maybe not that time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Trae Young. Vince Carter to Trae Young. 5 to shoot for Atlanta. And the rebound taken by Connaughton. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. That's it for the first quarter. The Bucks in front. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
To Adetokunbo. Bucks at the controls. Nothing going here on that drive. Adetokunbo to George Hill. Giannis Adetokunbo. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Vince Carter to Ken Bazemore. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Vince Carter to Trae Young. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. And the rebound taken by Connaughton. Bucks basketball. Hill. And that one out of bounds off of Buck. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Ken Bazemore. Vince Carter. Fine to shoot. Missed that one. His coach cannot be a happy camper.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Short jumper won't fall. It's the Hawks with the basketball. Trae Young to Carter. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one, count it.
Substitutions. Milwaukee. Subbing in for Atlanta. Number 12, Torian Prince.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Bledsoe with the basketball. His team on top by 8. To Middleton. Adetokunbo. Whoa, Chris Middleton. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Giannis.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Nice pass to set things up.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Giannis in control of the basketball. It's an 8-point lead. John Collins tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Vince Carter.
Big kick right there.
Gets it in the left corner. Knocked loose. And that one out of bounds off a buck. It remains Atlanta basketball. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 11, Brook Lopez.
To Kevin Huerter. Fires the 3. Hits the trifecta.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Giannis Adetokunbo. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Here comes the screen. To Kevin Huerter. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Carter. Wayne Dedman rocking the rim. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Number 24.
No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip.
Block up. Here you go. Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Screen coming. Deep 3 at the buzzer. So the difference, 3 points as we reach the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
right into the action here. The Bucks are in a close game thus far. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Hawks aren't down by much after 2 quarters. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Steals.
We're seeing a lot of steals in this game, and it's not been one-sided. Each of the teams in this matchup have been aggressive on defense and getting some positive results.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo really showed off his court vision in the first half. When he's able to get the ball moving like that, his team can be tough to stop.
Who was cold?
Young just can't seem to get it going. He's been suffering through miss after miss, and no matter what he tries, it's just not working for him. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Bucks at the controls. Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. Takes stock of the floor. Not that time.
This team is collectively feeding off their negative energy so far in the second half. Everybody is mad. Everybody is frustrated. Nobody's decided to take the torch and say, hey, look, follow my lead.
To Kevin Huerter. The Hawks with 4 to shoot. Deep 2 there, won't go. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys lead here, early stages, 3rd quarter. Flushes down the slam. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
To Kevin Huerter. Trae Young has a look. It's Middleton with the rebound. Bledsoe with the basketball. His team up by 7.
Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Over to the right side. Bledsoe shot off the mark.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
To Trae Young. Shot clock winding down. Bucks have the rebound. Bledsoe with it up top. Lead stands at 7. To Antetokounmpo. Screen coming. Giannis for 2. No good. No daylight. great defense.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Trae Young. Here comes the screen. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Substitutions, Milwaukee.
Giannis with it up top. Looking to make something happen.
2 minutes remaining.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
And hits the first free throw.
It's like practice.
Two for two on that trip. To Carter. Won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Antetokounmpo driving right to the basket. From the outside, no good. To Trae Young. Milwaukee with the basketball. Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. To the outside, to Bledsoe. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, not getting the bounce. To Carter. Trae Young. And the rebound corralled by Hill. To Antetokounmpo. Has a chance. Shot misses there for Antetokounmpo.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
And it's Hill with the rebound. Third quarter comes to an end. The Bucks with the lead. Hawks with the basketball to start this fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
Vince Carter, now a steal by Milwaukee.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Hawks with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Trae Young. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
One of the hardest working guys in the league, and that's how he got his money. That's his skill set. That weight room continues to pay off.
Hill into the front court. He'll run the offense. Freak for 2. Wide open look, won't go. Giannis Antetokounmpo snatching it out of the air. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Ersan Ilyasova. So this remains Hawks basketball. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game, and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Bledsoe. Here's Atlanta. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense. To Kevin Huerter. Lets it fly from long range. The rookie, Huerter, unbothered, buries the three.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
To Trae Young. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Nothing going here on that drive. Bledsoe. To Lopez. The jumper's off the mark.
That's me. Oh, yeah, it's me and you. It's me and you.
To Trae Young. Defense making the ball carrier work. Bledsoe with the basketball. 2-point advantage. To Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
I got ball. From the stands. He's coming from the stands.
Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Here's a chance from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. To Bledsoe. Deep right corner. To Lopez. Missed a wide open look. Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Here comes the screen. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. For 3. Lopez there to get the rebound. To Middleton. It was right there.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Prince against Connaughton. To Kevin Huerter. The screen sets him up for 2.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Now a whistle. Now we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. It's just their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 more.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Number 34, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And number 41, Nikola Mirotic.
Antetokounmpo doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot. The Hawks will use a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. Beyond the arc for three. Trae Young at the line. First free throw is good. It's a second. One more coming. It's all three free throws. Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad, just when they needed it.
Now they get the intentional foul. He's going to have to earn it at the line. Two huge free throws in a one-point game.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
And gets both to drop at the line. Whistle stops play. Timeout here for Atlanta. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a three. From long range. Trae Young. He's going to get 3 shots here. Hasn't missed yet. Knocks down the first. Second and 3. Got it.
We need that next one.
3 for 3. Nice. Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner. Deep three at the buzzer. 3 for the win is good. He got it away from downtown. Forget about overtime. This baby is history.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks emerged victorious after a tight finish. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. The Hawks just couldn't close this one out. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Antetokounmpo put together an incredible game, highlighted by his amazing defense. Not many guys come up with this many blocks and steals.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.